So backstory, I babysit this girl who we will call M. M is by far the sweetest girl in existence, and even though I call it babysitting, I have stopped charging her mother and just come over and hang out with her for the most part. Mom still calls it babysitting because M is 8 and I'm 23. I used to work with her mom at a coffee shop, and that's when I learned about M's story. M was born with some sort of compromised immune system. I don't know the full details and what it's called, but I know that she has grown up most of her life in her house. She can't go to a normal school, has a private teacher person though, and can't really play with kids her own age. Her mom is a single mom, and one day for work she had to bring her daughter in because her normal babysitter cancelled last minute. I was actually finishing my shift, so I offered to bring her to my place. It was close by and keep her safe from germs and stuff. Since then we've hit it off on the universal tool of love and connecting with kids, Pokemon, and I have gone over to her place to hang out with her ever since. I do get a full-on disinfection bath when I hang with her. She's gotten a bit better though, as before I had to wear almost a sanitary suit, but now just a good hand washing and some special spray stuff. Admittedly a bit overboard, but M's mom is super protective and loving, because to my knowledge she is the only family she has left. Okay, so sort of main story stuff now. They live in an apartment with no patio or condo park. I don't know how common these are in other places, but here a lot of apartment and condo buildings use their roofs as sort of a public background. And I was hanging out with M one evening playing Pokemon when I noticed she was looking outside a lot. She'd never experienced snow before, and her favorite Pokemon is Glaceon and general ice types. I started scheming and came up with a solution for her to enjoy the snow. I presented an idea to her mom about going to an untouched spot of snow. We live near a few dog parks that also serve as nature preservation spots, and I knew of a spot that dogs don't go down, and there was a bunch of untouched snow. It's not too remote, it is near some houses, but it's got a bunch of trees surrounding it. I pulled out my full-out anti-germ snowsuit idea using duct tape to seal gaps, and using my snowboard goggles to protect her face and keep her mask more tightly put on. She loved the idea and agreed as long as we went during the day, when there are less people around cause they are at work or school. We told them the idea and this sweet girl started crying with so much joy. The day came that we were going out, she could not keep her excitement. We disinfected everything. I got my anti-germ belt, spare masks, sanitizer, other anti-germ stuff, and put it all on her. Everything was a bit too big on her and she had an awkward time walking, but she was still having lots of fun. I put us under the germ field. It's an umbrella with plastic all the way around that goes all the way down to the ground. Again, her mother is a bit over the top, but I understand. And we made it to the untouched spot. We had such a blast making snowmen. More like snow Pokemon, as she really wanted to try and make a Glaceon out of snow, making snow angels and so on. Everything was great, until I hear a sudden "excuse me" and see entitled parent and her boy coming towards us. Mama Ursaring came out and had M stand behind me. Me, hello, is there something I can help you with? Entitled parent, I was hoping my son could come play with your daughter. He's sick and had to stay home from school today and he saw you two playing. That's okay, right? Nope, 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 big nope, keep that germy child away from my girl. Also didn't want to bother correcting her on the daughter thing, as if you did meet us, we would seem like a mother and daughter. Me, sorry, we are just having a us play date. Also, if your son is sick, shouldn't he be resting? Her son, by the way, legit looked like he was dying. Sluggish coughing and sneezing as well as white as the snow. Entitled parent, my son will be fine. He needs to work off the illness. She then almost pushes her son towards M, and we back up. Me, M here can get sick very easily and I just want to protect her. M gives me that look of I don't want to get sick and let's leave look. If you want to play here, we will be on our way then. Entitled parent, why does she get sick easily? Is she vaccinated? Me, yes she is. Entitled parent, that's why. The vaccines probably ruined her system. Shame on you for putting your daughter through that. She's going to get autism. My boy is healthy and vaccine free. Nope, 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 nope. Me. And on that note, we are leaving now. Entitled parent, you should be letting her get sick. That's how they become strong. Entitled parent's son, I want your mask. It's a Pikachu, right? I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Entitled parent, how much for the mask? Me, it's not for sale. You can get plenty online and probably a much cheaper one than this. I know it's like a super dense high quality mask or something, I don't know. Entitled parent. Just give us the mask. Insert very white boy name here. Go get the mask. The boy runs over to him, literally reaching for the mask. I step in front and gently push him away, but this boy was so sick he sneezed and got snot all over me. I immediately start disinfecting and the mom just scoffs. Entitled parent. Look how ridiculous you are. Let my son make your daughter sick. We are trying to walk away, but as I mentioned, M's suit limits her mobility, and because I just got sneezed on I can't pick her up now without risking her getting sick. Entitled parent catches up, grabs M and the son goes in closer. I admittedly don't quite remember the next part as I just saw it. All I know was entitled parent was on the ground, her son crying, and I had M in my arms. Me, I'm sorry, Canadian, but you can't just. Entitled parent. How dare you? I'm calling the police, you probably abuse your daughter, etc etc etc. Now M, being the smartest girl in the whole gosh darn cutiverse, replies, M, and I will tell the police you attempted to kidnap me and stab Gobbet in. I looked, and now realizing she had pulled out what looks to be one of those mini switchblades you put on your keychains. Entitled parent just got out and grabbed her son and left. I brought M home and we had a big disinfect party. I told the mom what had happened and apologized to the point I lost my voice, but thank Arceus that M did not get sick, and despite what had happened she still says it was the best day of her life. I did ask M what had happened when I started seeing red. She said she didn't quite remember herself other than I stormed forward and grabbed M. Entitled parent tried lunging towards me and I punched her. The boy got scared and started crying. She started yelling and pulled out the blade thing and I kicked her away. I seriously doubt this happened, but she said I was a superhero and whatever I did clearly stopped the situation and potentially saved M's life. Post story. I went through my coat jacket a few days later and found a wallet in my coat. It wasn't like an adult wallet, it was clearly a kid's wallet. I didn't recognize it as one of them, so I looked inside and saw a "if lost return to entitled parent's house" address. But I didn't realize it was entitled parent's son, so I went to the house to return it and entitled parent opens the door. Moment of silence, but I handed over the wallet and she started bursting into tears. I tried calming her down and got a bit more information. Also apparently I got the wallet when the kid dropped it, and I went to pick it up and she shoved me away, so I must have just autopilot put it in my jacket. Apparently her son was more sick than she realized and was in the hospital in critical condition. She became terrified of the idea that she got M sick and also potentially sentenced someone to death, but was relieved to hear that she was okay. She wasn't sure what happened with her son, so me being the goddamn sucker that I'm decided to help her Google more information about it. It was some sort of flu, and behold it is preventable with vaccines. She also explained she hasn't been thinking straight because she is pregnant and having hormone issues. I talked with her for a while and strong encouraged her getting vaccines for both her children. I gave her my number if she wanted to talk more about it. She did call me to let me know that the son is making a recovery. Some information important for the story. I'm in a wheelchair because I have a disease named DDS type 3 that causes my joints to be loose to the point they just pop out constantly during the day. When my joints are out I can put them in myself, or if there are too many out one of my parents or carers needs to pop them back in. Also I have PTSD because I was abused by someone hired to help me get a bit better. Because of my PTSD I have a hard time standing up for myself and I'm a bit scared of people if they get too close. A few days ago I was in grocery store with my mom. It was the first time in weeks I went out cause my disease is really bad at the moment. I was having a good time. My mom put me in my wheelchair in a spot where people could not bump me and went in the aisles, cause there were too many shopping carts in them and I could not go through. She told me it could take a bit cause she needed to get things from the deli and there was a huge line. I didn't see this as a problem cause I had done this so many times and never had a problem. After a minute also the entitled kid, who was I guess about 7 to 8 years old, came up to me. The entitled kid was watching me and looking at my wheelchair and asked me something. Even though I was a bit uncomfortable, he was a kid so I thought it was okay. Entitled kid: why are you in that wheelchair? Me: I use my chair because I can't walk right. Entitled kid: but I see your legs moving. so you should walk. Me, I know it looks like that, but you see, if I walk or stand my joint can go out of place and I fall. Also it hurt really bad to stand and that's no fun, right? Entitled kid. Okay, bye. Of course I was not offended. He was a little kid and was curious, or so I thought. I thought this was a good moment to teach him why some people use wheelchairs and that it was not scary. The entitled kid ran back to his mother and told her all the things I told him. This is the moment she's hit the fan. In a few seconds the entitled mom stood in front of me staring me down. Me. Hello, can I help you with something, ma'am? Or am I in your way? I'm 26 but my mom has taught me to be polite to people even if they are unfriendly. Entitled mom. Why are you in that wheelchair? My son told me you can walk normally. Me. I'm sorry if your son did not understand what I said correctly, but I have to use it because my joints can't support me for long and will pop out if I walk more than a little bit. I wished I hadn't said this cause I swear she turned into a demon. Entitled mom. How dare you call my son stupid? He can remember everything and is 100 times smarter than you. I was taken aback by her sudden loud voice and started to move back a bit, and as soon as the screaming stopped the demand started. The entitled kid started to tug at his mom's arm. Entitled mom. I have never heard of your stupid disease. You are faking it, aren't you? There is no way you can dislocate your joints that easy. You just want free money so you don't have to work like us honest people. At that moment I just let her and hoped when she had her little moment in the spotlight the bish would leave, but oh was I wrong. This is where the little shiz entitled kid jumped in. Entitled kid. Mommy, if she isn't sick then she does not need her wheelchair, right? Entitled mom. You're right sweetie, you are such a smart boy. Entitled kid. If she does not need her wheelchair can I use it? I want you to push me around mommy, I'm tired and I think it will be so much fun. Me. This isn't a toy. I really need this. I can only stand or walk for a really short time. I'll hurt myself real bad and I will need to go to hospital if I try to walk or stand without, so go away, you are not getting it. Meanwhile I was praying my mom would come and help me. At this point the entitled mom starts to turn red and gives me the drop dead stare. Entitled mom. Shut the f up, my god, you're giving me a headache with you whining. Now you heard my son, he wants your wheelchair, so get the f out, my little angel wants to use it. He is tired. I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to give this no matter how scared I am. My city will only give me a wheelchair for 1 year for free, and because it is really hard to get a wheelchair funded I had to buy one myself. It cost more than 700 euros. Me. Ma'am, for the 1000th time you are not getting my chair, and believe me, I'm much more tired than him and in a lot more pain. The entitled mom looked so shocked that I dared to talk back to her. By this time people started to notice but just walked away. All except for one, thank god, went to alert an employee. Entitled mom. Give me your wheelchair now, my son wants it and deserves it so much more than a faker like you. Get up and walk away. Look at these people staring. They can all see how pathetic you are. Me. I had enough and started raising my voice in hope that she would back off and my mom would hear my voice and help me. In God's name back off, you bitch, I will not give you my wheelchair. If you try and take it I will have you arrested. Then I saw my mom show up. Mom. Hi. My name. Is everything okay? Is she bothering you? Entitled mom. Look you bitch, my problem is with that deadbeat girl with her stupid handicap. I bet she learned how to fake an injury from her stupid parents, so stay out of this. Mom, how dare you say that? You can call me anything but she is my daughter, you hag. How can you think she is faking her handicap? She is in extreme pain and really can't stand. We are going, so step away so I can get her home. Entitled kid. Mommy, I want that chair and I want it now. I want you to push me. Me. Listen kid, you are not getting it, so stop it. Entitled mom. I want that wheelchair, my son deserves to have fun. Are you going to deny a kid his toy? Mom. Step away now and leave. You are not touching my daughter or her wheelchair. At this moment the bish got physical. The entitled mom suddenly dives past my mom and comes at me and grabs my hand. I swear she pulls as hard as she can. When she pulled I could feel my total arm starting to dislocate. My wrist, elbow and shoulder gave up and dislocated. I felt myself getting pulled out the chair, and since my feet are still on the footstand my ankle gave up also. The wheelchair along with me flew to the ground and I started screaming in pain. So many joints came out, and at that point our employee came rushing to me asking what he can do. I can hear my mom scream my name and see her slap the woman hard across the face, but my mom was more worried about me at that point and came rushing to help me. Grocery store employee, ma'am, what in God's name are you doing? Why would you hurt a handicapped woman? The entitled mom dragged the wheelchair off me, put her kid in it and started making a beeline for the exit. My mom entered extreme protective mode. Grocery store employee, come back with that wheelchair, someone stop her. Mom, are you okay? What happened? What do I need to put back? My mom knows how to put back my joints cause it goes really easy but painful. Me, help me, my whole left leg and arm are out. I was crying so loud while my mom put all my joints back in place. I didn't notice at the time but the employee ran after the bitch to get my wheelchair back. Mom, someone call an ambulance, she is hurt and needs help. My name, please stay still, help is coming. I was in too much pain and at that point fainted from the pain. Because of the pain I don't remember anything from that point that I fainted till I got in the ambulance. I was told by my mom in the hospital that after I fainted the grocery store employee with security caught the entitled mom. They pulled my wheelchair and her to me. Luckily the wheelchair was okay, while another employee guided the ambulance and police that arrived. As soon as my mom saw the entitled mom, she wanted to just attack her, but was smart enough not to with police there. I was loaded into the ambulance bed while the woman was arrested. She was charged with attacking a disabled person and theft. In the ambulance I was given some morphine and oxygen. I spent 3 days in the hospital for my pain and healing, since I was bruised everywhere on the right side and am in a ton of braces so my joints can rest. I'm dragging that woman to court cause this has caused permanent damage. I will need surgery on my ankle within the year. I'll write an update when we have the court ruling. You have been visited by the Holy Doggo. Like this video and subscribe for a good luck.